guys, how you doing? Denis Mayu here, Focus Coach, and today we're going to talk about one word, and the word is focus. I know I talk about it again and again, but I think I need to say it again. Met a lot of people this week, and I'm going to tell you one thing. You want to reach your goal quicker, faster, and further? You need to stop focusing on what's not working. Stop looking in the news. Stop listening to the naysayers. Stop looking at what you really want. Start creating your own reality. That's simple. The more you think about what you want, the fastest it's going to manifest in your life. That's the law. That's the law of vibration, and that's the law of attraction, and there's many other laws we can talk about. Anyway, www.focus180coaching.com. Book a complimentary session with me. We're going to clarify your goal. Make sure you got a plan of action for 2021. So this week we have the privilege to meet with Yvette Auger, one of the top real estate agents in Las Vegas. She is known as the British Realtor. She has been recognized as one of the top 100 women in the real estate industry in Las Vegas. Voted top female business leader by the Las Vegas Business Press, as well as being part of a select few Las Vegas real estate moguls in 2020. Yvette Auger, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Oh, I'm brilliant. Thanks, Dennis. I must congratulate you on pronouncing my last name perfectly. I can tell that you're definitely French because my last name is French.
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that because I was telling a few French who's going to be British against the French. Who's got the best accent today? But you know I'm going to win, right?
Well, you know, it's funny because usually the Brits and the French don't get along, but I guess we're mending international relations here.
Yeah, no, we're good. So again, I'm really excited about you coming in the show today, and I'm pretty excited, also more excited than usual because we're going to talk about referrals, and I think you're going to be able to bring so much value to the listeners. So I want to thank you again one more time for taking your time, precious time, and sharing with our listeners. I appreciate it big time.
Of course, it's my pleasure. I will share the secret with anybody that wants to know about it.
Absolutely. And I know there's a few people who need to learn what you're going to be talking about today. But before we start, do you mind to share a little bit about your story, what's going on, what happened in your life, so we get to know you a little, then we're going to jump right into business.
So I'm originally from the United Kingdom, Britain, and I moved to Las Vegas 17 years ago with the Irish dance show Spirit of the Dance, which was at the Golden Nugget. I danced around the world extensively before that because I was a professional showgirl in Paris, France, and all around the world. But I just knew I wanted to be in Las Vegas. So as soon as they had the audition for the Irish dance show, I went up to the producer and I said, "You've got to have me in this show." And luckily that was my ticket to Las Vegas, and I stayed. And I'm proud to say that I'm now a US citizen since 2011.
Awesome. So you did a lot of dancing, huh?
Yes, I was a professional showgirl, which I know here they say like dancer, it means something else in Vegas, but I was professional ballerinas.
No, I get it. Hey, so let's go with real estate. You're one of the top agents right now. So you want to tell us a little bit of how that happened? Why did you choose that field, first of all? And tell me a little bit more about how you achieved your success, actually.
Well, I work exclusively by referral only in my real estate, and it's really fared me well in my career because I don't have to spend my time cold calling, knocking on doors, trying to find clients. Working by referral, I have more time to spend with you looking for your home that you want instead of trying to always get clients from knocking on doors. And Eugenie. And it really works because, you know, I get referred clients from people that I have worked with in the past, and just my sphere of influence, which is about 200 people now in my real estate database. So once they refer somebody, I get way less questions asked, you know, am I a good agent, all of that, because they trust you implicitly because you're a referral from their friend that's used you before. So that is the best way to work, is by referral only.
No, this is cool. I 100% agree. And referral is the key to big money too, easily. Usually I ask this question toward the end, but I'm going to ask you early for you because I'm just curious. Why do you do what you do? Why do you do real estate?
I love doing what I do. I love helping people. And the biggest pleasure I get from it is helping people, especially first-time home buyers, get into a new home and hand them the keys. That is my biggest pleasure in life.
Yeah, that's really good. So, what would you say the best, a couple of benefits of doing the type of work you do, or the business?
I love working with people. I love helping people. People don't realize how much work real estate agents actually do as part of a transaction. There's 27 different moving parts at any one time. We're juggling balls, we're solving problems, and that's what we get paid to do. I mean, a lot of the clients don't get to see all of these balls that we're juggling and all of the problems that we are solving behind the scenes. But that is my pleasure to jump in there for my clients so they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I agree, because you need, not only you need to do your paperwork, you need to do the marketing, but you have to deal with all these people, the other agent, the clients, it could be really confusing, I think, anyway. So that's kind of cool. Let's go to referrals, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. Why did you decide to talk about referrals when you had a bunch of other topics you could have talked about?
I think everybody should know about this. I mean, I'm not a secret agent and I'm an open book. Like, if you want to ask me how I'm successful, I will share it with you. The key is working by referral only. You definitely have to try to build your sphere of influence, which when I came to Las Vegas, I didn't know anybody. Basically, the way I started was I used to go to a lot of networking events every night. And I quickly saw in Las Vegas, in this town, networking is the key to success, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. Yes. So I used to go to those events, and then I collected about 10,000 business cards back in the day. And I had a boyfriend at the time, and he came across the box and he's like, you really should do something with these contacts. So I started my own networking events called Cosmopolitan Connections, which I ran successfully by myself for 9 whole years. And I was in all of the top casinos every single week, and getting a lot of referrals from there. And then COVID hit, so we had to stop. But I am going to be doing some private events just for my sphere of influence as soon as COVID is over.
How did you call your Cosmopolitan, you call it?
Cosmopolitan Connections.
Yeah, I heard about it actually, and you are recognized as the top networker. So if I ask you, what makes you better than everybody else? Why yours was better? Because some people tell me, oh, it was so much fun, she's the best. And I do networking too, so what the heck? I want to compete. Tell me why yours was better than others.
Well, I feel like Vegas can be a very lonely town. So mine was always on a Wednesday night, 7 till 9. So everybody knew where we were going to be. And I would always greet everybody with a hug and make them feel very welcome. And, you have to be the one connecting people, and you can have reciprocal relationships from that. You help one person refer someone, and then they send you a referral. People are going to refer in kind. So that's how you get started.
Good. So let's talk about referral. Is there anything like I could call a bad referrals? Because we know what a good referral is, but what's a bad?
You really have to educate your sphere of influence on how to refer you somebody well, because I would get referrals, people saying, hey, I gave my buddy your name and number, and guess what? They don't call. I have to be the one starting the conversation. I cannot be a secret agent. Sales is a contact sport. So you're going to educate your sphere of influence. Hey, if you know anybody looking to buy or sell a home, please call me right away with their name and phone number. I will reach out to them, me, Yvette, and I'll take great care of them for us. And I'll make sure I do a really good job, because they are putting their name to mine. So I have to do a really good job in order for them to keep referring to me.
So are you saying not only you asking them to refer somebody, but you tell them how to do it?
Absolutely.
That's good, because most people, well, we know that most people don't ask for referral, but most people won't tell people how to do it. That's very important, because you don't want them to sell your product before you get a chance to talk to them anyway, right?
Absolutely. I just want to keep them out of my transaction. I want to say, I'm going to help your friend. Just give me their name and number. Less problems for the person referring, and I get to take care of the client they're referring.
Excellent. Hey, do you have any stories in the past that you had a referrals because you asked for a referral, then you had big sales or thousands of bucks or millions of dollars?
I'm doing very well for myself, let's put it that way. But of course, there's always room for improvement. I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, but the beauty of real estate is being a woman, there is no glass ceiling. You can make as much or as little as you want to make. It just depends how much hard work you're willing to put in. And success looks very much like work, and it comes dressed in overalls. So you have to work really hard if you want to make the big bucks. But also I've noticed in real estate, it's the 80-20 rule. 20% of real estate agents are making 80% of the transactions. So it's always trying to be up there with them and just striving to help my clients as best as I can fit what their needs are with their homes.
Yeah, good. What, in your opinion, was the best way to get referrals?
Just ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. So you ask every single person. If I'm out talking to my hairstylist, I'm asking her, hey, do you know anybody that's looking to buy or sell a home? Make sure you always tip well at restaurants, leave your card for them, say, hey, I'm a real estate agent. If you leave a good tip, they're going to remember you and they're going to reciprocate, hopefully in kind. So just keep asking, just keep adding to your sphere of influence. You want to get everybody's email, phone number, and mailing address. And I personally have monthly mailers that I send out to my sphere of influence on the Las Vegas real estate market. So you have to stay on top of that, like with phone calls, emails, and mailing also. I do send out personal notes, which is a great touch because a lot of people don't do that. And that's a very, very European thing to do, is send out personal notes, because I think only like 2% of people's mail is like personal notes of a week. So they're going to open that for sure, and they're going to remember you. You want to stay at the front of people's minds. So as soon as they open a note from me, I've gone to from the back of their mind to the front of their mind. And hopefully it's good timing when they know somebody looking to buy or sell a home, because they're going to say, you know what, I have a real estate agent that's really good. So you always have to stay top of mind.
Best advice or best practice for our listeners about referrals? Anything like a secret, a sauce?
Okay, the secret sauce is, say if I was sitting down with a seller right now, I would not be afraid to ask them, hey, have you had any friends that have ever come to your home that has told you, hey, I really like your home? They might actually be interested in buying your home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get their name and number from you. I'm going to do the dirty work and give them a call on your behalf and see if they would be interested in buying your home, because we might have a seller right there and then for you and get your home sold like quick within 30 days. You never know.
Very good. Anything else you would like to share about referrals before we go on the tough question? I'm just kidding. Success.
I think that pretty much covers it. But if anyone has any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. I'll give you the cell phone number at the end of the show.
Good. So let's go on the thing that I asked you some tough question, because sometimes it's nice, but I would like to know if you had maybe something, one of the most challenging conflict or challenge in your career in real estate that you had to overcome, because the market goes up and down in real estate. It's not easy all the time, right? So do you want to share with us something tough that you and
right now I would say it's pretty tough out there, because we've been through this cycle before. It is a hot seller's market. That means we have very low inventory of homes on the market in Las Vegas. We have less than 3 months supply right now. So once that 3 months is gone, we have no homes to sell anybody. So right now, I'm trying to specialize in sellers and putting people's homes on the market. I'm reaching out to people, even if they weren't thinking about selling their home. You can get top dollar right now. So if you want to call me. I will send you a CMA, comparative market analysis, to see what your home is worth. You might be surprised. And people have more equity in their homes right now. So you're going to be walking away with a lot of money. We can also put contingency in there that you don't want to sell unless you find another property within the 30 days. So don't feel like we're not going to find you another home and you're going to be out of your home. There's definitely ways around that. So yeah, I would say the market right now is pretty tough for buyers, especially first-time home buyers. I was out showing buyers the other day. There was like 2-3 other couples trying to view the home at the very same showing as me. So, and they're putting in offers right away on the same day, and they're getting accepted in one day.
Wow. So if you want to sell, now is the time, right?
Now's the time.
Perfect. In your opinion, 3 characteristic human trait necessary to be successful in your field, in life, actually. What do you think?
I would say exposure, mindset, and expertise.
Okay. Yeah, these are really good. Exposure, which goes with promote, right? So let's talk a little bit about this. Exposure, why is it
You
important?
do not want to be a secret agent, guys. No, no, no. You tell everybody that, hey, I'm a real estate agent. For me, myself, I market myself as the British realtor in Las Vegas, finding you your American dream home. So my branding is the British flag. I even have it on the back of my car. I've had people call me on the highway, people from my sphere of influence saying, hey, I was driving behind you. I saw your sign. And then I even met somebody the other day that I didn't even know, and they said, "Oh my God, I know you, Yvette. I've seen your Fiat before." So that totally works, guys. Exposure, exposure, exposure.
So here's another tough question. I mean, a lot of people, nobody's perfect, right?
No.
We all have experience. We all screwed up a little, up and down. So is there one thing that you've done in your career that you're not maybe proud of, or do you learned something and you would say to anybody who's starting real estate right now or any other type of business not to do? What would that be?
Guys, if you're starting in real estate right now, or any type of business, I would say the thing to avoid is do not throw your money into the black hole of internet marketing. I paid for Yelp. I paid for Facebook ads. It didn't bring me anything. So I would definitely do it more organically. The thing that I found that worked the best for me right now is Facebook Lives, which is kind of scary because you only get one take and it's live. But it's very sincere, and people can see how vulnerable you are. And for that 10-20 seconds, they are going to watch your video and listen to the message you have to say. So don't throw your money in the black hole of internet marketing. Just try to do it organically.
Yeah, really good advice. Absolutely. What's next for you? I mean, the next your goals 5, 6, 7 years from now.
Well, the sky's the limit. I'm still trying to decide, if I want to be part of a team or if I just want to keep working by myself. Yeah, like I said, for women, there's no glass ceiling, and real estate is a great career, especially if you have a little one. I have a daughter, Eugenie, who's 5 years old, and I'm able to take her to all her dance, all her appointments. I'm homeschooling her, and that all fits around my real estate. So it is the best career ever, especially if you're a single mom.
Yeah, best book recommendation, business book, if you have.
I would say Brian Buffini, The Immigrant Edge. I'm being British. I'm an immigrant. I came to this country with zero credit. I was the one that had to pay the $500 upfront, even just to get a cell phone or a debit card. So I started from nothing. So I would just say, like, Americans, please see the opportunity in this country, because there's so many other countries out there that are like way worse than we have it here. And I can just say the proudest thing in my life is that I'm proud to be an American citizen. Like, God bless America. This is a country for entrepreneurs, especially Las Vegas. This is the town for that.
Absolutely. What's your favorite quote?
Okay, my favorite quote, which I can't believe he said this, the Dalai Lama said, if you don't ask, you don't get. So that is my philosophy in life. The worst thing that can happen is people say no. So that's my mantra. I just ask for referrals 24/7.
The title too. Promote, I call the next one. Promote time. I mean, it's how do we contact you? Why should we do business with you?
Well, if you want to contact me, my cell number is 702-328-4503. I'm very honest, and I have a great track record, and I'm just basically just here to fulfill your needs in what you're looking for in real estate. For me, the compensation is the last thing on my mind. I just want to get you into the home that you can afford and that is the best fit for your family.
Absolutely, and I will put your contact information in the description below to make sure that everyone who wants to contact you have all your contact info. Absolutely. Guys, if you're successful in your business and you want to help others and you would like to become a speaker in our podcast, please contact Zeelall. She will tell you what we're looking for, what's the process, etc. Her contact information will be on the description below as well. Thank you, Yvette, one more time. You're great. Thank you guys for listening. And if you like what we're doing, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The biggest we become, the more people we're going to be able to help. I want to finish with a quick focus tip. Actually, it's a number, 100%, 100%. When you decide to perform a task, give it your 100% of your attention. Easy to understand, not always easy to apply, of course. But once you start applying it, you become so much more efficient. Guys, I have to go. I will see you next week. In the meantime, stay focused on what? Stay focused on what you really, 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 really want. See ya.